Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back. Yes, welcome back to Tales of Berseria. We shipping. And now we're not
Michael, we
shipping.
just got a recipe for fried albatross. A bird said to contain the spirits of dead sailors.
Ah, crispy.
The most delicious.
Whoa! Look at all those swords!
Look at all these
That's what
Eggman's
happens
robots.
when the legendary blacksmith Kurogane toils so hard, he forgets to die.
I gave up everything, thinking of nothing else but forging a sword that could surpass Stormhowl. And before I knew it,
You had traded your humanity for demonhood.
I see I'm not the only one. So great was your grudge against your brother, the inheritor of Stormhowl.
Well, guess we're not so different. You don't suppose you could hammer me up a new sword, do you?
I've forged countless blades over these long years, yet not one has proven a match for Stormhowl. And yet you still seek a Kurogane sword?
I'll put it like this. No matter how much you've failed across the centuries, you've never broken. Well, I'm the same way. If anything can break Shigure and his god blade, it's the bitterness I carry.
Strangely enough, seeing you and your brother has given me an idea that might work. I will forge you a new blade.
Should we get some
Or
Brightstone?
a new
Nope.
blades.
No need for that.
Huh?
Should I take it from the top?
If you would, my arms are all I'll be needing.
What are you doing?
Don't be alarmed. I'm just cutting free some raw materials for the sword.
You see something new every day.
You need his head to make the sword?
That's right. With this fine clump of pure resentment, I shall forge your imitation Stormhowl anew.
No. I only keep this imitation as a reminder of how weak-willed I was in the past. To defeat Shigure, I've perfected the art of dual wielding, a secret Rangetsu technique.
All right. If that's what you
Yes,
prefer,
a new
pair of
swords.
short swords it is.
I called it. But it's also not like they were going to give him a new moveset.
Right?
Whoa!
We'll wait outside.
Clink, clank.
Now you
Clink,
must
clink,
talk
clank.
to all of the low FPS characters in the distance.
Yes. Hello?
The ship is on its way, right on schedule.
No,
Of course it is. They don't have the Reaper on board.
that was the
One
high
more
FPS character up close.
Apparently,
That's why he was
Shigure
resistant.
is
we'll
Artorias'
Get to them
bodyguard.
later.
So we'll have to face him down sometime, no matter what.
It's in our best interest to get rid of him while he's working alone. The problem is, Rokuro can't beat him by himself.
Agreed. Shigure is not to be trifled with.
Certainly. That's why, when Rokuro creates an opening, we're going to take Shigure out.
You want us to meddle in somebody else's private quarrel?
If it affects my own quarrel, yes.
I suppose I'm in the same position. Besides, I can still use him. There's no sense in throwing his life away.
Rokuro's not really a guy to care about the big picture. He might try to hack your limbs off a bit, but
Just a
he'll
bit.
get over it.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I made Bienfu rush out to the docks to scout the place out. Pretty smart, am I right?
I pity that creature sometimes.
That Kurogane, though, what a character! Giving his own body to forge a sword, like some kind of ritual sacrifice.
Ritual sacrifice. It's Certainly something only a demon would do. It was a necessary sacrifice in order to gain power.
A necessary sacrifice. What a vicious turn of phrase.
Indeed.
Still, I can't say I'm not thrilled to see how it all turns out. If what you give is mere meat for a god's morbid lunch, could there be a more trivial sacrifice? But if the offering is one's own body and soul, even a single hair can be portentous. I wonder which he will have been in the end.
Angilu, I love you.
Don't get all philosophical on me, you
Rokuro.
comedy
No.
character.
That's what makes it good.
Yeah, I
You saw
know.
them. Demons. We're crazy.
Sure, but they go through life with such crystal clear sense of purpose.
Even demons have things they're not willing to let go. Or do you think us mere animals, running around killing people left and right?
I know. I understand demons still have a certain consciousness, but I look at those two and they seem passionate, like normal people.
Well, I've yet to meet a human so passionate he'd chop his own head off.
Do you have a purpose like they do?
I do, in fact. Ever since Artorius used my brother as a sacrifice.
Typical demon nonsense. The Abbey exists to protect the people. Yes, sometimes cold, painful decisions need to be made to protect the many.
Oh
But
no,
they've
you
never
don't.
stooped
You
to
don't
human
understand the
sacrifice.
gravity of the
Besides,
situation.
As shepherd, Artorius will cleanse the world of...
If that's what you think, ask the precious shepherd yourself. Ask him just what he did 3 years ago.
He wouldn't. He'd never...
I like how she was thinking like kind of abstract, like maybe sacrifice like as part of a town being traded to save another town.
You know what? I was really expecting this moment to happen in some sort of cutscene where she discovers it, and not just, yeah, here's what happened, by the way.
Well, I mean, like I don't remember exactly. I'm betting she does just come out and ask Artorius at some point.
Okay, and then that can be the moment where it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Because we all see it
Rokuro
coming, and
wants
it'll
to
be
slay
great when
his
it
brother,
happens.
even if it kills him. And Kurogane had his own head lopped off just to forge powerful
But I just like that she's
swords.
got like this
How did
distant
those two
attitude
find it in
towards it, and
themselves
Velvet's
to go
like,
so far?
It's
no,
just how
you
they
don't
are.
understand how
They're demons.
targeted it was.
Not exactly
You don't
neutral.
understand
Yeah,
just how
it's
literal I was
scary.
being.
But I also kind of admire it. But me, I don't have anything I'm that desperate to accomplish.
Not yet, you mean. In time, you'll find something.
You really think so?
Almost certainly. But don't feel you have to go and risk your life over it. You're not a demon, and you should stay that way. You deserve a normal life.
Okay.
But never mind. Just the foolish ramblings of a demon girl.
Bad news! A group of praetors have left the docks and are headed this way! They said they were coming to purge Eleanor the traitor!
Purge?
Velvet, what do we do?
We take them head on.
We
And
eat
you're
'em.
fighting with us, Eleanor.
An order, I presume.
It is. Protect Laphicet and defeat the exorcists.
All right. I understand.
Just remember, if we lose Eleanor, Laphicet will turn into a demon.
I haven't forgotten. But we need to pool all the resources we have. She needs us for her own ends, and we'll use that to our advantage in this fight.
Just don't push your luck too far, Velvet.
And so recently was she a noble, upstanding young exorcist. How quickly one falls when entering Velvet's dark orbit.
Ask me if I care.
Well, let's see. Let's see what's more important than going and doing that. Damn it!
No Rokuros for you. No Rokuro O's.
Look, he can take his time. That's fine. That's allowed. Just want to be able to go over there and snoop a little bit.
You gotta walk all the way.
Well, I'm actually just checking to see if we've like gone every.
Oh,
door.
does this uncover fog when you walk, or does it just give you the whole map up front? I thought.
Should just give you the whole map. But I was checking to see if there's any green that we didn't go through.
Oh, double greens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would,
That's-
if
that's
it hadn't
basically
gone through a door, it would be a single green, right? Because it only tells you about the map connections once you've used them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I gotta check the map to know which way to go there.
Straight on.
Beep, beep, beep.
All right. So what have you been doing lately?
Not much. Honestly, I've been kind of like unmotivated to play games.
Mhm.
I haven't done much of that, but I've been just playing more Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Every playthrough, I've discovered something that I haven't discovered on the previous playthroughs.
That's neat.
Your collusion
There's
could
just a
spell
lot of
disaster to
shit
the Abbey if
all
left
over the place in
unchecked.
that game.
The only possible atonement is your death.
Very dense. And there's almost certainly going to be DLC at some point.
Yeah. Or since it's Larian, just a definitive edition.
Yeah.
No, it's both, right? They
Usually
repackage
both.
it into a definitive edition after. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. So I've still been chipping away at Spirited Thief. It's a game that requires a lot of concentration, even though it's turn-based, to just like keep track of everything that's happening. So I can only play it in short amounts because just it actually gets tiring to like.
Is it
keep
just
track
like
of- it's just keeping
what are
track.
you keeping track of?
Yeah, keeping track of guard paths, the alert level on the map. So it's like
It does make sense. Given
Yeah.
that it's
I think
turn-based spell.
I think that might be a fun game to play through on the channel. Because if we're playing it, if we're doing it in an LP, we don't have to perfect every level like I'm trying to do.
Well,
So-
don't do it with me then,
Okay.
You've betrayed the
I will
people and
want to do that.
Salutatorius' ideals.
because I'm crazy.
No, that's not. Velvet, she's testing me. I know I have to fight. My mission calls for it. But any more of this will kill them.
Time for you to die and be purged.
Eleanor!
This will be a mercy. Sickness be
Can't do it. I
purged.
can't kill them.
I'm not done yet.
There. Now we're even, Eleanor.
You've got new swords. Sinister. I like it.
I take it you're ready.
Yeah. All that's left is to kill Shigure.
But also, we're
With
not
me
going to
as a
update
witness.
my model to remove the fake sword.
He carries it around as like a
Fight like that,
personal
and
thing,
you'll be
right?
Killed. And if you get killed,
That's what he said
Luffy said we'll lose his
earlier.
vessel.
Yes, but I wonder if he'll take it off
I
when
know
we
that.
actually defeat the other guy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Velvet,
It's entirely possible
wait.
we'll get a costume that's just the same without the sword.
Possibly.
You're not going to kill them?
I'm just not that hungry right now. I've got new orders for you. Fight the exorcists, but make sure they don't die.
Understood.
Fight it. Fight it.
I guess that was as far as Eleanor could go.
I think so. Push her any further and she's bound to break.
Ever the virtuous exorcist.
That very virtue is what lets her be Laphicet's vessel. Besides, I can't help but admire her commitment. She's enduring total disgrace to accomplish her mission.
Oh yeah, these
How
two know about the
uncommonly
mission. I
pleasant
forgot about
of
that.
Pleasant folks don't use people the way we do.
Yeah, you've got that right.
Oh no!
What the fuck happened?
Well, they were in the room, but we
Yeah.
cutscened beforehand, and then we got placed in an area within their aggro range, and so they snuck up on you. That's my guess. Anyway, the other game I'm playing right now is I'm playing through another Pokemon fan game, Pokemon Reborn. which is a pretty big one, like pretty well known. It's got a ridiculously long campaign, 18 badges, and one of the most extensive field effect systems in any game I've ever seen, like any fan game.
In terms of like what? Weather or
what?
What do you mean field effect? Weather or terrain or
no, like terrain effects.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if weather counted with that. I didn't know if they added new weather on top of.
I don't think there's any new weather.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
But like, there's a ton of field effects, and they all do. Oh,
yeah.
Hey, Bienfil? I was wondering if I could talk to you about something that's on my mind.
I figured it was just about the time that you and I had the talk, actually. I've seen it all, heard it all, and even tasted it all in my time as a Moloch. Ask me anything you want.
Thanks. I was hoping you could let me borrow those books you were reading earlier, if that's okay.
You mean how to talk a human female into becoming your vessel, and how to get the cuties?
Hey! Keep it down! Keep it down!
But you and Madame Eleanor have already formed a pact. Why do you still need either of those books?
Well, it's like when we're alone together, things get so awkward. It's hard to talk with her, you know?
That happens a lot with Molocheman vessels who are still new to the whole thing. I've been there. In that case, I've got an even better book for you.
Whoa! You read a lot of books.
I'm just an avid learner is all. Now let's see. Oh, here we go. Hot Spring Topics, Bearing Your Body and Your Soul. Being upfront and honest is always the best policy.
I don't think we'll be bathing in any hot springs together.
that's a lie. This is a
Do you
JRPG.
have anything else?
All right, then how about after bath party games, dropping your defenses and your towels?
Why do you keep trying to get us naked? I think that would just make things even more awkward.
Picky. Tell you what, you can just look at my collection and pick whatever sounds good.
Love hacking, living long and loving hard, diary of a diary thief, hands speak louder than words.
All classics. I remember reading them when Miss Magilu and I were struggling to get along. Oh, to be young again.
You ever think maybe things would have been easier if you never read these books?
Reading the mood, knowing what to say and how to say it. That one's a winner. A must-read for sure.
Are you two reading something together?
We are. Laffyset's been worried about that awkward distance between you two, and he came to me for some advice. I've heard his side of the story, so let's you and I grab some tea and talk about what to do about it. Come on, let's go!
Oh, okay. Knowing what to say and how to say it. I don't think this will help either.
Where are you keeping all those books, Bienfu?
I tried to resist. I cannot.
Where do you keep them? In your hat? Anyway,
I forget where we were.
crazy field effects.
Brain effects, yeah.
There's a bunch, like just stuff that helps just about every sort of strategy you can think of. But setting them isn't always possible, if that makes sense.
That you have a move called electric terrain.
Exactly.
Terrain.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them just exist for gym leader fights.
Sure.
So it's not like you can just use them, but there's quite a few that are just out and about in the field. You might be able to set some of them. I'd have to pull up like the wiki and be like, is there a way to set the big top field effect? I don't know. So. Yeah, put your old daggers back on. You need to master that skill first.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's like its big claim to fame. Is that it's got a really intense field effect system, and the game played vanilla is very construct a new team to deal with the gym leader, or like the upcoming boss fight sort of game.
Whatever could this be?
Whatever could that be?
It's so bad though.
Bad, but wait, what do you mean slowing? Oh, well, slowing capability plus 1.12 times.
It'll be good to master.
Yeah, you only need to equip it long enough to master it, and right now is the best time. Well, after this boss fight is the best time.
We're gonna master them in order of acquisition.
Yep,
because it does increase their magic and focus, so
okay.
It's not like it does nothing.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm playing that, but I mentioned the vanilla game. The vanilla game only has up to Gen 7 Pokemon, but since it's such a big fan game, it actually has a modding scene, and so I've installed the All Pokemon mod, which adds everything up to Gen 9, and there's an optional add-on to that, which adds EVs for the remaining types.
Okay.
But I mostly just got it to get every Pokemon available.
Just be the one Eevee though.
What?
Just Dragon Eevee. That's all we need.
Oh well, it's
right. That would fill the special attackers in Gen 1 too.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy and Dark being, or I guess with just Fairy being a weird exception.
Yeah, Fairy being the new one. Well, I mean, yeah, we know it's fine. So I'm playing with that, and then since this is actually my second time playing through the game, I also installed what's called the Sandbox mod, which basically just lets you kind of edit stuff and have easier access to some items and stuff like that. Like you can just go to a map, like it lets you just go to a map where you can purchase like every held item, every nature changing mint, every just like instead of having to walk out to the world to get those to get that stuff, it's just all in there. Whatever. It's my second playthrough.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so I had never actually finished the game. Last time I played it, it was on a version that only had 17 badges available, so not the 18th badge or the Elite Four or whatever post game exists.
What badge was it missing? What badge was it missing?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I could load that save file, but I can't right now.
I'm just curious now.
Yeah,
it's a curious thought of, I wonder which one they didn't have.
It may have been Dragon. I don't remember. Oh, cats. I don't remember a Dragon gym. And up to the point that I'm at right now, which is like badge. What have I done so far? Okay, Electric is the first gym. Grass or Bug is the second gym? I forget already.
Hey, Rogoro. Why did he call your Stormhowl a reject?
Well, you see, when blacksmiths make swords, they don't just make one at a time. They make a whole bunch. The best one of them all is the one that gets presented to the sword's commissioner, while the rest are tossed aside.
Huh. I didn't realize the standards were so high.
The head of my clan gets the real Stormhowl, and his siblings get the remainders.
So one is real, and the others are imitations?
I guess so. Shigure has the real one, and... yeah, guess that makes mine an imitation.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply...
Don't apologize. You got me to finally realize something. It might just be why I'm so hung up on beating him.
Oh.
And to Velvet, which Laphicet is real, and which is the imitation?
Oh, what are you saying?
She means my name. It's the same as Velvet's brother's.
Huh? The one who went and got sacrificed by Artorias.
Surely you are mistaken. Our shepherd would never do such a thing.
But what else could make Velvet hate Artorias so much?
I don't...
So you have a truth, and Velvet has a truth. Now which is the real one, and which is the imitation?
Yep. Let's see. I remember there... Okay, so... Water, I don't think I've done the water gym yet. I've done the fire gym. I've done a grass or bug gym. I've done a normal gym. I've done a psychic gym, which was really tough with my all-fighting team. I've done the steel gym. I did the fighting gym. The next gym I'm going up against, I think, is the flying gym, which is going to be really tough as well.
Yeah.
I think the other gym in the same area is a ground gym, so I know I've done that before. I think I know who the water gym leader is, so I know that that was in the game. Steel... No, I haven't done the steel gym in this playthrough. Because the steel gym, I think, is the 17th gym. I think? Have I already done the fairy gym? Not sure. I've done the poison gym. Why don't I just look it up? Instead of trying to have this memorized.
Whew. I thought we were done for.
I did think
Let's
of
see.
one thing you might be interested in.
Yeah?
Well, there's a manga I've been reading for quite a while now. And it's a mahjong, like, battle manga, basically.
Oh?
Called The Tiles I Cannot Cut Are Next to None. And it is a Toho semi-official manga.
Oh, one of those! Yeah!
Well,
And so it's basically an imagining of what if all of the Toho characters were playing mahjong and got to use their abilities to play mahjong.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
And we've just now entered the final. And it's Yomu's kind of the main character of it.
I could have guessed that based off the title.
Based on the title, right?
Scout ship.
And her deal, kind of, is that her power does not give her any advantages in mahjong.
Yep.
So she has had to learn mahjong and use, like, there's some, like, implication that her like peerless swordsmanship transfers to in some capacity to mahjong playing.
Mm.
So she's, like, exceptionally good at determining people's strategies and figuring out how people are using their powers and win.
Okay.
But it's just a really interesting read as a Toho fan.
Yeah,
And
alright.
there's plenty of Toho characters that I don't know that I'm just, like, seeing in this mostly for the first time. Like, one of the characters in the final is someone I don't know because they're from one of the official books.
Oh, wow.
They're not from any of the games. But it's still been very interesting, and like I said, we're winding down on it. It's still going to be a long time before it finishes, but the fact that it's entered the finals and we know the final four are like like an interesting, I would say, good jumping on point, honestly.
Okay. So now I've got the list of badges, and I was remembering stuff incorrectly. I was right about the dragon badge being last, so that's the only
Yeah.
one I hadn't done. But currently I'm up to... I just got my 11th badge, which was fire. So the order is electric, grass, bug, ghost, which I had completely forgotten about. Poison, ice, I had forgotten about. Normal, psychic, dark, fighting, and then fire. So next is ground, not flying. But then I have flying right after that, so that'll be great.